This week we have the Kentucky Huskies looking for their second straight win, taking on the Port City Spartans, who are battling for the number 1 seed in the East. This game is a rematch of a game that went to overtime earlier this season, with the Spartans pulling it out. Huskies quarterback Cody Wiltshire started the year on the Spartans, and former teammate Tyler Paul was quick to greet him with a sack on the first play of the game. Wiltshire recovered on the next snap and fired a 14-yard pass over to the middle to Mike Clay. Still, it was 4th down when the Huskies lined up the punt, but Damon Dorsey kept it himself, found the edge, and picked up 7 yards for a first down. Wiltshire then went to work again, finding Keyshawn Heron for 17 yards and another first down. Kentucky's drive stalled, and on the first play after the punt, Duke Edwards rolled out and fired a deep pass to Trey Craycraft. He hauled it in for a 48-yard pickup into Huskies territory. But Andrew Nelson was able to bring down Edwards on 3rd down, forcing the Spartans to punt. The Spartans kept up their pressure on Wiltshire. First, it was Donzel Worthen and John Adams bringing him down in the backfield for a sack. And on the very next play, it was Worthen and Paul reaching Wiltshire for the second time in the game. That forced another Huskies punt, and this time Levi McNair's return set the Spartans up at the Huskies' 31-yard line. On the first play of the second quarter, Edwards found L.J. Adams for a 14-yard pickup inside the red zone. And after an offsides penalty, Edwards scrambled and fired one that Adams hauled in just inside the end zone to give the Spartans a 6-0 lead. When the Huskies got the ball back later in the quarter, Wiltshire found Lee Griffith over the middle. Looked like it would just be a first down, but he was untouched, got back up. He's going to take it all the way 62 yards inside the 30-yard line for the Huskies. Wiltshire was injured on the next play, however, and when Quinn Walker was unable to connect with Mike Clay on 4th down, the Spartans had survived the big play. On the next play, Duke Edwards scrambled. He flipped a pass to Markel Kane, who had lots of room in front of him. He got all the way to midfield for Port City. The Spartans followed that with a more traditional screen pass, another 18 yards for Kane, and at the 2-minute warning, the Spartans were in Huskies territory. A penalty moved them back, and on 4th down, Jude Augustin's sack brought it in to the Spartans' drive. The Spartans managed to get the ball back with 25 seconds left, and when Edwards found L.J. Adams for a 20-yard pickup, it put him in range for a possible Hail Mary, but on the last play in the half, instead Edwards had to settle for a short pass to Adams. He's tackled well short of the goal line. At half, it was 6-0 Spartans. Port City had the ball to open the second half, and it took just one play for Edwards to find Jermaine Payton over the middle and get them into Huskies territory. On the next play, Edwards took matters into his own hands. He found the right side and picked up 18 yards inside the 30-yard line. Later, the Spartans faced a 4th and 14, and Edwards fired a pass to Job Swords. Was it a catch? Is he in the end zone? Is it a first down? It is a touchdown for the Spartans. Their lead goes to 14-0. While the Huskies' offense struggled in the second half, Damon Dorsey did manage this 55-yard punt that pinned the Spartans back at their own 14-yard line. Kentucky got the ball back at the Spartans' 42-yard line, and on this short pass to Mike Clay, a face mask moved them down all the way to the Spartans' 23. But Natrell Cunningham ended that threat for the Huskies. He picked off a pass at the 15, raced downfield. He has a chance to go all the way, but Walker was hustling back and brought him down before he could add points for the Spartans. Job Swords moved over to quarterback in the 4th quarter. He converted one 4th down by finding Markel Kane for 19 yards. And on the next 4th down, he hit Trey Craycraft in stride for the touchdown to expand the Spartans' lead to 20-0. A good kick return gave the Huskies another scoring opportunity at the 30, but on 4th down, Walker could only scramble for 4 yards, and the Spartans hadn't gotten another important stop. On the next play, the Spartans fumbled and Jude Augustin was there to pick it up to give the Huskies one more scoring opportunity. But the Huskies turned it over on downs in Spartans territory once again, and Port City was able to kneel out the game, ending a frustrating evening for the Huskies. The Spartans, on the other hand, got word of the Gladiators' loss. That meant this win secured the number 1 seed for them throughout the Eastern Conference playoffs. The shutout was the first of the season for the Spartans. They picked up the 20-0 victory. Edwards completed 11 of 18 passes for 190 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also ran twice for 21 yards. Swords had 84 all-purpose yards. He ran for 20, threw for 49, and caught a 15-yard pass. He had 1 receiving touchdown and 1 passing touchdown. He also had 2 tackles and a pass breakup on defense. Wiltshire threw for 109 yards in less than a half, but he was also sacked 4 times in the game. Augustin paced the Huskies defense with 4 tackles, 3 of them for a loss. He also had a sack and a fumble recovery. Looking at other scores in the league, as mentioned, the Blaze knocked off the Gladiators 22-18, knocking the Gladiators from the ranks of the undefeated. The Warriors picked up a 16-0 win against the Red Rhinos. The Storm beat the Mustangs, and the Buccaneers picked up a win against the War Eagles. Looking at the standings, the Spartans are the lone undefeated team remaining, and they have clinched the Eastern Conference's Red Division title. The Gladiators fell to 7-1, the Huskies fell to 2-6. In the Blue Division, the Storm at 6-2 have won that division. The Warriors at 5-4 will host a playoff game. The Mustangs and Rhinos both sit at 1-8. Over in the Western Conference, the Dukes are ahead of the Blaze on percentage points. Their 714 winning percentage is better than Southern Ohio's 667. The Rage sit at 1-7. And in the Blue Division, the Buccaneers, with their win, have clinched the title over the War Eagles at 4-5. Checking out the schedule for the final week of the regular season, the Gladiators travel to face the Storm in what appears to be a playoff preview. The Mustangs return to the field to take on the Spartans, looking to cap off their undefeated regular season. The Buccaneers will host the Rage, and the Dukes will travel to the Blaze in a game with the Western Conference's Red Division title and the number 1 seed in the West on the line. The Rhinos will pick up a win against the Tanks. The Warriors are scheduled to play the Huskies, and the War Eagles are off this week. And finally, a look at the playoffs. Unless there are any unforeseen circumstances, the Eastern Conference is set. The Spartans will be the number 1 seed and have a bye. The Warriors will host the Huskies in one first-round game. The Gladiators will host the Rhinos in the other, with the Storm also getting a bye and being the number 2 seed. In the West, there is still the matter of the number 1 seed to be decided, with the winner of the Dukes-Blaze game this weekend taking that honor. The Buccaneers will be the number 2 seed and host the loser of that game on the 14th. The War Eagles will host the Rage in a first-round matchup.